With another breakdown for tonight's session. It is currently 10 p.m. I already executed my trade and closed. I'm gonna go ahead and break down why I entered, what I was expecting going into session, and what I talked about in the video I dropped earlier today. Why I executed with a certain bias that I had, what was my entry candle, why I closed, pretty much going over all the details. So to pretty much start, anyone who hasn't seen my last two videos to start the week, we can currently see that we are bullish overall structure on your daily. I mean, we could pretty much just draw everything out right here. So you have, we're in a range, and then as we get to that bottom support level, we begin to form higher low points, and now we're currently counter trending based off your daily time frame and last week's candles. But we see here we have officially tested our daily level of support and have found a bullish transition level based off your daily time frame and your 4-hour time frame. And this is just overall respecting our higher low structure that was formed here. We could go ahead and draw this out. Oh, okay. We could go ahead and draw this out to make it more visible. I mean, you see here, these higher low points are pretty much being tested overall, showing that we are still holding bullish daily structure. So we're going to go from our daily time frame. Okay, so our 4-hour time frame, we see here we broke below our 4-hour level of support that was formed here, which is also your daily higher low point, your last higher low point, broke below. Now, if we were going to continue to catch sells or anticipate sell moves, we would wait for sell candle confirmations within this green zone to then catch the sells down back to the downside, up into these 32,600 levels. Now, when we go down to our smaller time frames, such as the 1-hour time frame, we see we are currently forming bullish structure. You see here we have a 1-hour higher low point followed by price action pushing bullish, breaking our higher low point after this bullish transition level. So this will be that, or your higher high point after this break of structure here. Found that same level as support, giving you confirmation that this is a bullish transition. Got that higher low point, broke this higher high point, and we are continuing to push bullish. Now, once we got this bullish break above our lower high structure point here, we know that we are currently going to continue pushing bullish. My bias for this point in time would be to wait for a higher low point to then execute buy opportunities. Now, I don't want to confuse anyone too much, just because a lot of this opportunity is pretty much based off of my experience with gold and what I've been anticipating in the market. So let's go ahead and delete all this here. So we know that over here to the left, we pretty much formed higher low points that eventually got broken through, and then we began to form lower high points, and that's how we got to the downside. Now, when we broke this lower high point based off of this last lower high point up here, we would anticipate that we would get a higher low point along this same level to give you more confirmation for buys. Now, of course, that's not always going to happen. You can always get a 23.6% retracement to then get that push to the upside. So I'm going to go from the 1-hour time frame to the 15-minute. And we see here on the 15-minute time frame during Asian session, we were forming higher low points. You have a higher low point here that formed at 11 a.m., another higher low point that formed at 2 p.m., another higher low point that formed at 4:30 p.m., and then we have another higher low point that formed at around 7:30 to 8 p.m. Now, once we got this level of support area here that formed, I was on my smaller time frames waiting to see if we were going to form a 5-minute or 1-minute support level above this 15-minute support to then anticipate that we would get a bullish push for the new 4-hour candle or even the current one from 6 to 10 p.m. So once we got this support formed on your 15-minute time frame, I went down to my 5-minute. Now, based off my 5-minute time frame, we see here we got this minor level of support that formed right in here. And I was looking at this based off the 1-minute time frame. And based off the 1 minute time frame, we pretty much have like a double bottom formation just based off the support. I mean, you could just say it's a tested level support based off your 1 minute and 5 minute time frame. 1 minute time frame gave us a strong bullish engulfing that took about 4 minutes. 5 minute time frame formed a bullish candle as well, but it did have a little bit exhaustion on top. But I was confident to take this entry only because we've been forming higher low points on this whole way up, and we have yet to break a level of support to then push down. So that gave me all the confidence I needed to take a buy opportunity. So once we got that 5 minute close and that 1 minute close, I was already anticipating to take a buy opportunity. I just waited for this new 5 minute candle to open at around 9:15. And once we began to push bullish, showing no indication to come down, I placed my buy opportunity and put my stop loss right below that 5 minute higher low point or support level for about 42 pips. And I was willing to TP up here at around 63 pips, only because I made my 1% on the day. And I do have to meet a consistency rule, so I'm not really trying to have such a large day on the charts, because then I gotta, make it back. I rather stack these slow wins, so when a big trade does come, I really don't feel it as much. Plus, I still do have to wait about another like 25 days before I'm able to request my first payout with Alpha Trader. So this was my buy opportunity here. This was really my TP area because we have this small gap that formed Thursday at market open. So I was just really anticipating a fill of this gap, but mostly looking to reach this 4-hour level of resistance, which is going to be your last lower high point. This was really my TP, but as I seen price begin to float and give me my 1% in a matter of like 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes, I was willing to just take my bread and keep it pushing and just come back tomorrow. So hopefully this breakdown makes sense. It's not going to be a long video, but I definitely wanted to cover this before calling it a night, just because this was a clean trade. And yeah, man, that's as simple as it's going to get. I don't want to continue to implement those bad habits of holding this trade longer than I should, or being satisfied with what I'm floating and not close it and try and get more out of the market. It's been kind of a struggle this year getting back to that funding stage and receiving those consistent payouts. So I'm just trying to gain some momentum on my side and continue to flow. I am waiting for Top Tier to send me my credentials for my second funded account. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to just build some good habits right now and secure my 1%, maybe 2% tomorrow if God willing, I get a good opportunity and I'm on the market and everything makes sense, then, maybe I get blessed tomorrow with a larger day. But we'll leave it at that, man. Today was another successful pre-London session. Hopefully you guys could take something away from this breakdown and how I broke down this continuation trade and didn't have to wait for like a 38.2% retracement for a higher low point on like your 1 hour time frame, or waiting for price to come back to these 3,300 levels to take a buy opportunity. There's always moves in the market. As long as you know how to read the market and know how to break it down, then slowly but surely everything will begin to make sense, and you can execute on moves like this based off your 5 minute time frame and not even need your 1 hour time frame, but you can still use your 1 hour time frame and 4 hour time frame for confluence based off the volume. So hopefully you guys have a great session tonight, leading into Tuesday morning, man. But that's going to be my breakdown for today. I will be breaking down US 30 tomorrow. We'll be breaking down gold once again. And yeah, man, let's have a blessed week and let's continue to kill it. You guys have a good one, man. Peace.